campus to just reiterate to them from student services what it takes to obtain their sophomore status with their credits, as well as if any students need to attend summer school. And we also went over some discipline matrix information, just making sure everyone remembers the do's and the don'ts on campus. And that concludes the Edward Blackshear report. Thank you.
Great news, Dr. Washington. The next person up is the middle school State of Florida Principal of the Year, Dr. Mike Donald, who's located over at Markham Woods.
Thank you, Mr. Bentley. Markham Woods also made the news this week for a different reason. We had a bear on campus. If anybody saw that, it was uneventful. It's not by the parking lot, but we are out in the woods. But a bear had gotten some trash, climbed up into a tree, and took a nap all day. So the kids weren't bothered by it. It was very interesting that we had a bear up in the trees. So more funny than anything. But we started our basketball season Wednesday. The girls team beat Rock Lake, both junior varsity and varsity. Very happy about that. Our JV boys also won. And then next week we got a big game against Sanford Middle, where the boys will be playing at Markham. So excited for that game. 2 weeks ago, we had about 50 new members inducted into a National Junior Honor Society. So very excited for those 50 students. If you have any students who are interested in robotics, we're going to have an event on April 8th called Mechatronic Madness from 6 to 7:30, where students can learn about our robotics program and play with robots on campus. We're also going to have an internet safety meeting with our parents on April 15th, where some of our 6th graders, maybe some of them are getting cell phones for the first time, kind of exploring that internet world. There might be some online actors that might not have the kids' best interest at heart. So just trying to teach parents having these conversations with their kids, being smart on the internet. So we're going to have a sergeant come out and talking to the parents about how they can have those conversations with their kids. And then we're also going to have a discipline presentation for parents about things that we see at Markham and how situations can go sideways for the kids, and how we can have those conversations with the kids and what not to do when it comes to like videoing their friends and things like that, and how it can go sideways and there's discipline consequences and it gets very serious very quickly. And so it'll be more like an informal Q&A. And so that will be April 15th for any parents who are interested in attending that. And when it comes to discipline, let's take a look at our numbers, and I'm very proud of the kids. When I look at last year compared to this year, our kind of aggressive, violent acts are down from last year, and our skipping referrals are also down. So we're proud of the kids for making good decisions, for getting to class on time, and that's exactly what we need as we go into this home stretch, where we've got about a month or so left of instruction, needing the kids going to class as we prepare for our spring testing, as we wind up the school year. So that's the update for Markham. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McDonald. And if you wonder why is he here? If the school is in Markham, they bus kids from Goldsboro to Markham. That's why he's here. He's a stakeholder. He makes sure he watches out for our precious cues, and he comes to every meeting. The next person to come up is the #1 employee at Sanford Middle School, Ms. Orson. And that's an A school here in our community.
All right, so some things we had going on at Sanford this last Tuesday. We had our STEM night. It's been a while since we've had it, since the pandemic, so we finally rolled that back out. We took a different approach with it. Instead of it being teacher ran and student ran, we instead went out to different business partners and asked them to do different events with the kiddos. So one of the big activities, we had a drone show where kids could actually play and interact with the drones. We had some coral reef where kids actually got to make jewelry with little coral reefs. So it was a really cool activity to get the kids involved, but also get our business partners and community and really innovate what does STEM look like, and really to show kids what these different careers are beyond the classroom setting. We also had a visit from a guy named Mr. Bravery. He came out actually from England, and he came and met with all 4 of our magnet schools. And one of the things that he did with us as as a school is he sat down and we walked our campus and actually took a look as if I was a parent coming to Sanford Middle School. These are the different things that we saw. We kind of took a step back because when you go to the same place every day, you tend to look away and be like, oh yeah, the trash can's there. It's just always been there. But really, if I'm a new parent and I see the trash can and it's all dirty, you don't really want to send my kid where the first thing they see is a trash can and a dumpster. So one of the things that we're really doing and being cognizant of is really looking at our outside apparel of our school campus to make it more warm and inviting. So we are looking for some different opportunities. If you know people who like to build a fence or help us fence our dumpsters to make the dumpsters not look as dirty, we're trying to take a look at beautifying Sanford. As Dr. McDonald said, we got our basketball season going. Our boys won last night, and our JV girls. One of the big accomplishments that we got done today is Mr. Woody Cox emailed us and said that our Millennium game versus Sanford is going to be hosted at Seminole High School. So we'll bring the Bokie to Bokie and see who wins. Mr. Cox and I talked about, maybe we do like a little trophy each year, then we do this big event, really getting the kids excited about going to Seminole High School. We also too have testing coming up. We've worked very hard with teachers analyzing the data. We took a look at our 9 weeks assessment, and right now, based on students who are tracking, not tracking, Sanford Middle School ranks number 3 in the district with our overall data as we move into our testing season. Also to celebrate our 8th grade students, we do have our 8th grade week events coming up, anywhere from awards night, we're going to do a big breakfast to showcase the kids, yearbook signing, as well as our 8th grade grad adventure. And that's what's going on at Sanford.
Thank you. Sanford Middle used to be Sanford Junior High. The next person to come up, we talking about the middle schools and the high schools, but we have to talk about the kids that haven't even started school. The VPK programs in tonight. We want them to come up and tell us what's going on with VPK, whether it's registration time, what the age is, what the sites are going to be, and nobody will do that better than Miss Lemmons. She's the queen of VPK.
Thank you. All the big kids like to stand up here, and all the little VPK teachers like to stand behind the podium. I'm Mrs. Lemmons. I'm the VPK coordinator for Seminole County Public Schools, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about our VPK program, particularly the Early Learning Center, and that's for our VPK students within Region 3. And so that would be for students that would typically go to Hamilton, Pinecrest, or Midway. Sorry, you got to excuse me. I can do well with little kids, adults, that's a different story. So let me tell you a little bit about the Early Learning Center. It's a full day program for free. It's from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. We offer breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack. We also have a STEM lab and a computer lab that the students get to go to. We also offer a smaller class size. So we have 15 students to 2 teachers versus our other classrooms where it's upwards of 18 to 20 students and 2 teachers. In addition to that, we also have 4 certified teachers on campus that also provide curriculum support for the students at that school. And like I said, it's for free. It's for any VPK student that will be before September 1st, 2025. So if you have any nieces, nephews, grandkids that have not gone to VPK, that you know, please send them my way. It's a free site. It's one of those like hidden gems. When people go there, they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know anything about it. It's the old Hopper, if you have a frame of reference. That's where it is. It's at 1101 Bay Avenue, right catty corner from Hamilton. So I have flyers over there. I have my card. We do Frog Street as our curriculum, and the Frog Street curriculum is a great curriculum. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lemon. We're going to stay with the school system. We're going to get a school board member to come up now. Her name is Ms. Autumn Garrett, and she's another person that has perfect attendance at these meetings. And it's vital when people that you vote for show up in the community.
Thank you, Mr. Bentley. I've heard many great things about our local schools. I want to let you know that our numbers are down a bit for enrollment. So please, if you have a student who will be 4 We've got the Early Learning Center has openings for students, and then we are having PPK at every single elementary school throughout the county this upcoming year. So if you know a young one that's going to be 4, please make sure that you share the good work that we do in Seminole County. Kindergarten registration opens up tomorrow as well, and so we would love to get our littlest learners in SCPS from the very beginning. The board, the superintendent, and all of the high school student leaders from the Student Government Association met yesterday for an open panel discussion, which was really enlightening and exciting. It really was. We got to hear some of the challenges of our current students and some of their ideas for success. And these are great ambassadors for our schools. These kids are on their way, whether it's one of our 3 E's, enlistment, enrollment, or employment. They all have bright, bright futures. Want to let you know, if you or someone you know is interested in becoming an educator, we are always looking for good talent. And on April 26th, there is going to be a job fair at Lake Brantley High School. There will be principals from every single school, all grades, and people will be hired on the spot. You do not need your teaching certification. If you have a bachelor's degree, we would love to help work through the certification process. And if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me, and I can connect you, or you can connect yourself directly to our HR director, Ms. Boggs. She's happy to field any questions or concerns, because we need more good people doing the good work. So excited! Thank you, City of Sanford. You were so wonderful. If you haven't already shared, City of Sanford took up a group of young folks from Seminole High School up to Tallahassee to see legislation and democracy in action. In addition, I would be remiss not to share that also we had an AP bio teacher, an AP environmental science teacher from Seminole High School. He took a group of students that are environmentalists, and they've been advocating for years to make the scrub jay the state bird. Now they are hoping to make the scrub jay that's gotten some traction, but where they really think that they've got some ends is to make the scrub jay the state songbird. So these kids woke up early in the morning, they took a bus before school, they went up and they talked to legislators, they've got somebody who's on board with their bill, and these are our kids, our teenagers, making a difference in our state. So thank you, and thank you, Seminole High School, I know you still represent, and of course, our Young Men of Excellence.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Derrick. Now, we'd like to know what's going on in the facility part also. Now, Superintendent Beeman is real busy, but she has a team that's with her. One of the team members is Dr. Mullins, and Dr. Mullins can come and inform us on everything that's going on with structure and what kind of money we're going to get. And the next time he gets ready to name a new school, it's going to be Kenneth Bentley, whatever.
Thank you, Mr. Bentley. Good evening, our Sanford community. It's great to be with you again this evening. I want to just do a quick rundown of some of the big projects we have going on across our Sanford schools. Some exciting work going on. Seminole High School doing a comprehensive Red Apple Dining, that's our food service program, renovation at the high school is going on right now. We put in our coffee shop over the last several months, but the entire cafeteria will become a dining restaurant for our students. It's going to be state-of-the-art, and the kids are going to be excited to come back in August to a completely renovated dining hall. And then we also are finishing our last phase of the Health Academy at Seminole High School. Very exciting program. I'm mentoring a young man at Seminole High School as well who is in the Health Academy program, and I can't speak highly enough about it. They take this student and all of their students in, and they really have almost a school within a school environment and experience to keep them connected and preparing them to consider a career or additional education, future education in the health field. So we are in the process of converting an old, former conference room area that was kind of antiquated and out of date into an ambulance simulator engagement lab. And it's exciting to convert a space that was underutilized to make it state-of-the-art and accessible to our kids. So if you have a young man or a young woman who's going to Seminole High School in the coming months or years, talk to them about this Health Academy idea and see if that would be a great pathway for them to pursue their dreams and their hopes and their future. Of course, we have a lot of HVAC work going on. We're setting the stage right now. We do the bulk of that work over the summer when the vast majority of our students are not in session, so we don't have to take things offline. But we've got a lot of work going on at Seminole High School there as well. Sanford Middle School, we're working toward a kind of a gym upgrade and renovation with floor and bleacher replacement. Crooms Academy, we're in the final stages of approval, finishing up that soccer field renovation and putting in lights for our students over there at Crooms Academy, as well as some dining facility improvements there. Some security improvements at Wicklow, and a dining facility improvement at Bentley Elementary School. And then a couple that I didn't highlight last time I was here, Midway Elementary School, we're preparing to do some roof repairs from hail damage we've experienced in the past over the summer. So that'll get done, as well as we are updating the pavilion roof at our Hamilton Elementary School. So that's just a handful of the projects we have going on across our Seminole schools. So multiply that times, I guess, 6 other municipalities, and facilities department is busy and active and taking care of your schools and taking care of your schools for your kids. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And Dr. Mullins, we also want to thank you for that data and statistics that you gave Dr. Randy Nelson for the grant we're working on, Cradle to Career. Thank you for being a team player. Now we're going to call up the Florida Department of Health for Seminole County. This has been one of our partners since day one. They've been coming to these meetings for over 20 years, every fourth Thursday.
Good evening, everyone. Just a couple announcements to let you know what's going on at the Department of Health. We are sponsoring a Unity Within the Community Festival. That will be Thursday, April 10th at the Department of Health in Seminole County. It's 400 West Airport Boulevard. It is open to the public. We'll have bouncy houses, face painting, games, music, all fun things to do. And it's the reason why we're having that is because that week is National Public Health Week. So we want to celebrate, and we want to celebrate with the community. We also, every Wednesday afternoon, starting at 4 o'clock, we have our food pantry located at our main office. That goes from 4 till 5:30. And with that, every other week, we get a donation of produce from 4 Roots. In Orlando, they come out and they bring the produce to us, so we're able to get that to the community. So if you know anyone who needs that, please send them our way. And that's about it. Thank you.
Now we're going to move to one of the most busiest men in Central Florida. My colleague, Mr. Melvin Philpott, who's a member of the Sanford Housing Authority Board. He's going to talk about the Sanford Housing Authority tonight. So, Mr. Philpott, when you get a chance, walk this way. He's everywhere. He's the chairman of MLK, and we can go on and on, but we just want to do Housing Authority tonight.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'd like to take advantage of an opportunity to talk to you about an exciting opportunity that Housing Authority has for our community. My friend right here, Mr. Ayub Fleming, is Vice President of Operations for the Orlando Housing Authority, and he serves as our interim CEO right here in the city. But I'm going to let Mr. Fleming come up and talk about what we are planning on doing, and we solicit your support in being able to do all that you're about to hear about.
Thank you, Chair Philpott. First of all, I want to thank the city for their support as well as the Sanford Housing Authority Board. We certainly would not have been able to achieve what we have so far without their support. Just to kind of give you a short recap, we partnered with Window Housing Partners in 2016. as well as the Choice Neighborhood. We were awarded both the Choice Neighborhood Transformation Plan as well as our first tax credit application was awarded that year. And we finished the plan in 2018, which covered Goldsboro and Academy Manor. And so what we've done so far is we first tore down all the public housing because it was substandard. HUD asked us to do that, they funded it. We finished that back in 2014. We financially stabilized the agency, and then we came up with the transformation plan. After that, Georgetown Square, which is formerly Reading Gardens, was the first site that we rebuilt. And that was 100 units that was torn down. We put back 90 senior units. We still have entitlements for 10 more units across the street that we're looking to possibly do townhomes in the future. Then our next property was Lakeland Road, and that was rebuilt in 2 different phases. The first one was Monroe Landings. That was also 100 units. We put back 60 units in the first phase, all affordable. Somerset Landings, which was the second phase that we did, that's 80 units, all affordable. And so we continue to move forward and look for additional funding. So I'm happy to say that we've got funded for 2 more properties in the Goldsboro area. The first one is the former Coward Moat Terrace. That's going to put back, we've built actually about 41 units there. And we're putting back 80 units affordable there. It got more than all family. And then Edward Hughes is right next to it. We did apply for funding, we haven't gotten that yet. But Castle Brewer, which is over on 10th Street, we did get funding for that. That's going to be done in at least 2 phases, possibly 3. The first phase we're funded for is 80 senior units. There may be a family unit built after that, and we're still wanting to do home ownership units over at Castle Brewer on that site, and we own a lot. It's about an acre across the street. We worked with Seminole County. We supported an application that would allow them to fund us building single-family homes as well as down payment assistance. They have not gotten that award yet. They're going to apply again in 2025 and 2026 until they get it. As you know, federal funds at that level have been cut for CDB and Community Development Block Grants and a lot of other funding. Our funding, which was, it was March 14th when they passed the CR, which is a continuing resolution. We were funded just about 100%. They cut some on public housing, and they did expand some of Section 8 votes. We call project-based vouchers, and you have tenant-based vouchers. Tenant-based, I would give you a voucher, and you would find housing anywhere in the community with private landlords. Project-based vouchers are project-based on a unit, either that we own or we can work with other developers. We also have VAX, which is veterans vouchers, a lot of different programs like that would do that. It not only helps with the finances for the new development, it also helps stability with the VAX. They have Mainstream for homeless, HSN Homeless Services Network is another partner that we work with. So we have quite a few different services and vouchers and different things like that. So that's kind of where we are. So thank you, Mr. Bentley and everybody else. But we're excited about this. We're going to work real hard to get it done. And maybe we'll close by the end of the year. You'll start seeing dirt being moved the first part of next year. So we're excited about it.
My name is Andrew, and I'm a development associate at Wendover Housing Partners, and I recently moved to the city of Sanford, I would say last year. So I'm happy to be a resident. I'm happy to, this is my first meeting. I hope to attend many more. But basically, I wanted to add a few more things onto what Mr. Ayub said. Carriagebrook Terrace and Harwood Place, that would be an additional $60 million worth of government and private money deployed into this community, and I think that's amazing. Rents will be as low as $500 a month. Some of the utilities will be covered, and I got some statistics to share with you guys. Crime from the University of California, it says affordable housing reduces crime up to 7%. We can expect to see higher foot traffic, 10 to 15%, and the influx of people, cameras, and lighting, it'll probably just be, it'll enhance the safety, and I feel like the community will just overall benefit from the development. And we mentioned these two projects, but we also have a phase 2 that we're working on for Carisbrook. So that would be another family development once we get an award for that. So just looking forward to that. Thank you.
Fantastic news in a time we can house people. Now this is the best part I like. I get a chance to introduce the city manager, Mr. Noah Bonaparte. Commissioner Wiggins, where's the red carpet that we said we were going to spread out when you came? Next time, okay. Come on down, Mr. Bonaparte. Mr. Bonaparte is the top city manager in the country. In the country. We love you, Mr. Bonaparte. Don't ever forget it.
Let's give Mr. Bentley a thank you for letting Good evening. Glad to see you all there. Shows that you're interested in learning what's going on in our community. I really appreciate the school district and all we hear from the school board, as well as from the housing authority. Good news, things are happening. If you haven't driven around Goldsboro, particularly where the old projects was, you'll see the new building. So again, congratulations. And we have a new resident. Welcome. Look forward to seeing you at future meetings. So I'm going to ask the directors to talk about themselves as well as to introduce any staff that they have. I'm going to start by introducing Mr. Nico Durham, who is our new digital specialist. He's the one that's camera taking. He's in the back. Just wave so people can see you. Nico's been with us during this We have our chief of police, Cecil Smith. We have Ms. Lisa Jones, who's our director for recreation and parks. Mr. Wonderful, as we call him, Chris Smith, dealing with planning. Ms. Osborne, dealing with community development. We have Jeff Dysel from the fire department. Brent Johnson from the public works, and code enforcement. We have Mr. David Sanders. So with that, Chief Smith.
Well, good evening, everyone. Come on. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. All right, let's get this going. You know what? It's interesting that the young man started off with crime stats. And I had a meeting with Mr. Bonaparte just this afternoon. Sanford today is down 22% decrease in crime as of today. That's huge. And as Mr. Bonaparte said, you know what, Chief, that's a testimony to me, and it's not. It's a testimony to everyone in this room, everyone in this community, because we can't do it without you. It is a team effort to make sure that our community is safe. A team effort. And we truly appreciate that we have had the opportunity to partner with many of you in this room to try to make sure that our kids are safe, our homes are safe, our restaurants, our businesses, and that when we're doing stuff in the community that we feel safe. Let me say this though, we still have things that are going on in our city. Let's be realistic. We still have things, but it's always great to see that statistically we're showing a city that is not only growing in population, growing in the economy, but it's also showing the opportunity that we are decreasing the things that are taking place in our community. Mr. Bonaparte likes for us to identify all of the people who are with us, and yes, we still have police officers on the street, because I had a whole bunch of them in the back of the room. So Deputy Chief Perkins, Captain Hertz, Lieutenant Lehman, Lieutenant Lopez, Sergeant Flanagan, Officer Morales, Sergeant Tucson, man, I always mess your name up, Sheriff's Department, and our PIO, Michael Hernandez. So, earlier the principal for the 9th grade center said we have 43 days left in school. That's good for people who are taking vacation, but that becomes a busy time for us. So we want to make sure that as we prepare for summer, that we, remind folks, to be mindful of the things that are there, be mindful of our kids who are going to be out and playing, and just keeping an eye on the things that are taking place. We are always looking for new hires. One of the things that's been great for us in Seminole County, and working with the Sheriff's Department, we're opening up a brand new police academy that will have the first Basic Law Enforcement Academy, sponsored by local police departments and the sheriff's department, that we will be looking for people who are interested in becoming police officers. One of the things that's great about all of the municipalities here in Seminole County is that we sponsor, so we pay for you to go to school. So if you have someone who's 21 years of age, or if they're 20 when we hire them, they have to be 21 before we swear them in, and they're prepared to go into the career in law enforcement. June is going to be the first opening class for the first basic law enforcement class that's there. My public information officer wanted me to make sure that I talked about real quick about fraud. Some of you have probably seen it on the news, or you've probably got text on your phone saying that you owe fees for the tolls. Those are fake. And we've had people who have essentially text on it or open up that website and paid a bill that they should not be paying. Don't do it. So if you run across someone who has that text and they ask you a question, the toll authority is not going to send that to you in a text. Okay? It's kind of like the Social Security agency. You know what? You get a letter in the mail, you may get an email, and if you get a phone call, there's a problem from the Social Security office. Verify before you provide anyone with your information. So on April 14th, over at Marina Isle Assisted Living Facility, it's open to everyone. We're going to do a fraud fighting program to talk about how you protect yourself from fraud. It's from 10 o'clock to 10 to 12. And the last thing, and I think it's most important, is on April 8th, we're going to have Coffee with a Cop at the Winn-Dixie right here in Goldsboro. Right. So right there on French, we're going to be out from 10 o'clock until noon. Myself, the Deputy Chief, and a number of other officers. This is an opportunity that we have, an opportunity to spend face-to-face time with people in different sections of the community. So we haven't had an opportunity in 12 years to do it. And so now we're making sure that we are doing stuff here so that you have an opportunity to meet with us, talk with us, find out the things that's happening here in the Goldsboro community or wherever you live within the city of Sanford. It's open, it's free, we have coffees and cookies and just a good conversation. So I'm gonna pass you on to Lisa.
Thank you, Chief. Good evening, everyone. We are very busy in the Parks and Rec Department. As you can imagine, it's beautiful weather. All of our children are in many youth sports. It's in full swing. If your children or neighbors are not involved, I would encourage you to go out and support them. These young players are in youth soccer, flag football, baseball, our after-school programs. So as we work with our colleagues at PD, our job and our pleasure is to keep these young people busy. We want to keep them in a healthy environment, a supportive environment, and let them grow in a healthy manner. We want you to know that as we lead up to our summer months, our senior programs are still in full swing. We have them here not only at the Westside Center, but at our downtown location. We have added a number of yoga classes. It's been met with great response, and the only requirement is that you pre-register online at sanfordfl.gov. As the weather warms up, we have already begun our annual swim lessons at the Dale Aquatic Center, which is our city pool on the campus of Seminole High School. While the current sessions are sold out, we will be adding additional lessons, 2 weeks grouping at a time. So I would encourage you to watch our social media pages, our website for those upcoming dates. Sign up if you've gone through your self-swim lessons. I would encourage you to have refresher courses. Certainly the younger we can see your children, your grandchildren, your neighbors, water safety is key, certainly in the state of Florida. With beautiful weather comes a lot of people in our parks, as Chief was saying, as we add or count down the days to our summer kickoff. That's when our parks and our trails and our open spaces fill up, and that's fantastic. We want you to get out and enjoy the wonderful weather. We also want you to keep an eye on each other. Let us know if we need to pay attention to anything, but also keep an eye on the kids because they're going to be riding their bikes, their scooters, their skateboards, all along our trails and in the roadways. So just be extra careful. We do have some exciting news about one of our local parks that we will let Commissioner Wiggins tell you a little more about later on this evening. And last but not least, in just a few short weeks, we will have our Easter Extravaganza program. And this is at the Jeff Triplett Community Center, which is just at 1211 South Melonville, adjacent to our baseball stadium. And that's a free event for our little ones 12 and under. There will be an egg hunt, there will be photo opportunities, food trucks, giveaways, and of course the East Friend himself. Here it's on the schedule. So we're excited about that. I have some flyers and I'm happy to answer any information. I would be remiss in finding my two staff members who are here tonight running around doing other things, but Mr. Greg Henderson and Mr. Josh Brown, they're happy to help you as well, and give them a round of applause because they know the same job.
Ms. Jones.
Yes, sir.
You gonna actually have eggs?
Everybody's interested. Like many of you in here, we do have an egg budget, and this may be the classic version.
Well, I just got a text, and it said I got $10 million, and I sent $1 million.
That's not good.
We talked a lot about numbers. That is something that I think Sanford's been proud of in the tenure I've been here. It's I've never seen so many capital projects that are underway. There's a lot of master planning projects that are underway as well. A lot of times you'll hear me come here and talk about DOT and all their projects. And I will tell you that Sanford is rapidly working on master planning several parks and other amenities. As you can hear, Ms. Lisa, a lot of people are coming. They're using all those facilities, and without partners, we wouldn't be able to do those kind of things. We are aggressively working with FEMA, trying to convincing them to hurry up and fund us for our Ian damage that we sustained in our marina on September 28th of 2022. So we've been in application for quite a long time. So we're in application with them for about $18 million. We're going to be putting a little bit of money. We can get back on our feet there and bring that marina around. We're 66 days away from hurricane season. We haven't even recouped from the last time. So get prepared. Be traffic mitigation. April 1st, let's see, that's our new beaver report that's coming back out for the population of Sanford. Remember, we're rapidly approaching 65,000 folks, or about 27 square miles. The mall has just been sold. The redevelopment activities in there are coming. 3 restaurants are getting ready to be open. Ford Garage is underway, that's over on Reinhardt. And we have some other smaller, it's coming in, but the private development side on residential hasn't stopped. We have 1,600 living units that are coming right on board right quick. A lot of them, again, are apartments. But people are still coming to Central Florida. We're still at 1,200 people per month coming to Central Florida. The new theme park will be open to the public in May. It has a soft opening now. I forgot the name of that one. It's over there by Universal. That's it, Epic Park. And then but there's the employment centers are filling back up. The parks are opening back up. They actually were a little bit closed on that thing. Some of the road projects that are going on. Be mindful there's some heavy paving again tonight on State Road 46. Both of those projects will be, again, no change in completion date of spring 2026. I think they might get done a little bit quicker. We also have a new development map that's updated. It is online. You can click on anything that you see like going around and going on. Click on that. Again, Mayfair Country Club is heavily underway. They are under construction. The trusses are set as of yesterday, and then the fire station is coming out of the ground now. So that is a 1,200 square foot fire station with a 4-bay. That's going to help a lot of annexations going on right now. Queens Crossing, right behind the new Publix, that's going to start building up. There's Wendy's and the typical outparcels that will be going on there. And if you have any questions about your property or whatever you need to do, I'll be in the back. Everything is online. Staff said I would never wear a shirt like this for team building day, and I proved them wrong. So I'm here to help you, whatever I can do. All right. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Nikki Osborne. I'm the Community Relations and Neighborhood Engagement Director. And we have some very exciting things coming for the month of April in community relations. First, I want to start with the 6th annual Boys to Men Social. You should have seen the flyer when you entered the building this evening. That program is being brought to you by the Black Weathers Keeper Program in partnership with the Unity Youth Association and Westside Mentoring. So we invite you to invite the young school-age members in your community and family to come out and attend this free event for young men. And I have flyers in the back. They look like this. Please pick up the flyer and be sure to register for that event. And our next event, which is very important, is we are in our 5-year planning process for our next consolidated plan for our community development block grant. So we have public notices that we are posting here, and we have several community meetings that's coming up. We want to hear from you to hear what you would like to see in your community for the next 5 years for our community development block grant. We have dates of April the 8th at the Civic Center. We have April the 10th, which is a virtual meeting for those who can't participate in person. And we also have April the 16th at the Westside Community Center, which is here. And here's a flyer for that. Be sure to grab one of those in the back before you leave. And we also have our community dialogues that's coming up in April. We do 2 of these per year, and this year we are focusing on the youth in partnership with the Mayor's Youth Council as well as the Peace and Justice Institute. Those dates are April the 10th at the Civic Center and April 29th here at the Westside Community Center. The youth will be talking about what diversity means to them, what the future of Sanford will look like, and what they want us to know about them. So flyers look like this. Be sure to pick those up before you leave this evening. And Community Development Week is coming up April 21st through the 25th, and that's for our Community Development Block Grant. And to celebrate that, we are organizing our 2nd annual community cleanup in the Goldsboro community. Flyer looks like this, April 19th. Be sure to sign up. We have information on the back. You can pick that up, April 19th for that. And then not city related, I do try to share things that are going on in Seminole County. So their purchase assistance program is open for down payment assistance for a new home. I have a flyer in the back that looks like this. On the back side is actually the application for the purchase assistance program. That program is eligible for all Sanford residents as well as Seminole County. You don't have to purchase a home here in Sanford, although we'd love you to do that, but you can purchase a home anywhere in Seminole County. And another grant program that they have open is for deposit, rent, mortgage, and utility assistance. Those last 2 programs that I talked about is through Seminole County Community Services, so be sure to check out their website if you're interested in that. However, I do have this flyer in the back, so be sure to pick that up before you leave, and I'll be here if you have any questions. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeff Detzel. I'm one of the fire inspectors with Sanford Fire Department. Like Mr. Smith advised, we're very excited. Station 40 is underway. We're looking forward to expand our department to provide better services to you, the residents, and to the future residents and growth we have out on the east side of town. Just a friendly reminder, check those smoke alarms. We had the time change. That's that time to check those batteries, make sure you swap them out if they still do indeed. If you need assistance replacing those yourselves, you can get them. Or if you're not comfortable getting on ladders, feel free to reach out to us. I'll be in the back in the breakout session. Also, if you're just in need of those smart alarms are very yellow or match the same color of your walls, again, please reach out to us. We'll gladly hook you guys up with some brand new 10-year smoke alarms that you won't have to worry about changing batteries, but again, they'll be there to protect you as well. I also want to bounce off what Ms. Jones said about swimming lessons. Please, youngsters, this time of year, Florida gets hot. Everyone wants to play and enjoy the water, but we want to make sure they do it safely and avoid any aquatic emergencies. Again, I'll be in the back. Feel free to reach out to me. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great evening.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Brent Johnson, Public Works and Utilities Director. I'll give you guys a brief overview of things that are happening in the Public Works Department. We have the Georgetown Drainage Project. That is now substantially complete, and the contractor is working on a few corrective items, and once those things are done, the project will be 100% complete. We also have our phase 1 of the Georgetown improvements, which is from 4th to 8th, 8th to Orange, and 7th to Bay. That is currently in design, and we're expecting to go out for construction. We'll issue solicitation
by the end of this year. We also have our Melonville drainage project that is ongoing. We have had a few setbacks. Anytime you're dealing with underground construction, you never know what you're going to run into. And we ran into a few problems. One was a gas line that needs to be relocated, and the other one was a reclaimed water main that needs to be relocated. But we are still moving on that project, and the good news is that it's now open between 20th and St. Lanta. We're also going to begin 2nd Street improvements. That's going to be a streetscape improvement, and that's going to be from Sanford Avenue to Oak Avenue. That is a CRA-derived project, but we as Public Works are going to be managing that project for the CRA. If you all drive through the city, you may have noticed that there's been some resurfacing going on various streets. We've completed Pine and Hickory from 1st to 14th Street. We completed resurfacing on 9th Street from Sanford Avenue to Bay Avenue, and resurfacing on 3rd Street from Sanford Avenue to Chapman Avenue. And lastly, Chief Smith fights crime. Public Works, we fight potholes and broken sidewalks. Very important. And just as it takes a team to fight crime, it takes a team to fight potholes and broken sidewalks. So if you notice any potholes or broken sidewalks, please reach out to Public Works to make us aware. You know, we drive the city, but we can't see everything, and we depend on you to let us know where there's problems. So I want to thank you all, and I'll pass the mic.
Good job.
Good afternoon, David Sanders with Code Enforcement. As of now, we have 4 active foreclosures that are happening within the city. And second, if you want to call in a complaint, just remember you can't remain anonymous. And last but not least, we have a community engagement. Well, it's as part of our community engagement, we do walk and talks within the city, where we go out into the neighborhoods and talk to the residents and listen to their questions or concerns. And for the past month, we've been over in the historic district, and starting April 2nd, we're building District 2 in Academy Manor from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And if you have any questions or any concerns, or if you want us to walk your neighborhoods, I'll be in the back and I can take notes.
Thank you.
Let's give the best staff in America a hand. Again, we'd like to thank our school board members, staff. We'd like to thank our visitors, again, for everything that you guys do monthly for us. And also, I want to thank all of the citizens that, near and far, that are here today to be able to see what we got going on. I want to thank you guys for it. Now, again, our next meeting will be April the 24th. You know that we do it the 4th Thursday of each month. And like school board member said, that the Mayor's Youth Council, this was our 6th year going up. And Ms. Osborne, in the last minute, you know, we reached out because we were short of staff, so she, an hour and a half before we left, she jumped right on in and came on and chaperoned, so she didn't have to do this. Let's give her a hand because she again came out there by you. Had a good time, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. And so again, like you said, something that we have been doing for the last 6 years to put our children in a place to be able to do some things that a lot of children either wish they could do, but these young people were able to do. And I talked to Mr. Henderson about us doing some other things that we can put more children in opportunity to be able to understand what politics and what's going on within our cities and in our country. So we're going to work on that as well. Food giveaway. Tomorrow we'll be at Mother Ruby Wilson Park at 3 p.m. Again, you know, we'll give away at least 60 to 70 families. So if you know anyone that needs food, please let them know that they'll be over at the park. And I have the flyers back there on the table if you want to get one. And please, please spread the word for those that need food. Next thing we got is, she spoke on the boards to be in, and exciting. And this is something in partnership with the Magic and Advent Health. But the Magic and Advent Health didn't just out of the blue say we just gonna come do this. He don't like the credit, but I'm gonna do this anyway. Hey, raise your hand back, Mr. Henderson. Raise your hand, man, so they know who you are. Listen. Orlando Magic reached out to him because of the relationship he has with Junior Magic, what he does here at Westside with our children. and they wanted to, and they asked him, do you know anywhere that we can be able to put 2 courts in the community? He called me and I told him, yeah, we got some places we can put them. We're going to be around the corner tomorrow at 3:30 with the Orlando Magic and Advent Health, and they put 2 new courts in at Coastline Park. All right. So we're going to have them in our community. Now, just like you just said, we're going to need y'all to help make sure that we take care of those courts. Yeah. Because we don't need to be putting something here just to put it here and then we allow people to tear it up. We got to be the ones to make sure that we can keep up what we got coming in, because we got a lot coming in, and we got to be able to make sure that we take care of it. So with that being said, we got anything else? I'm going to go ahead and finish it out in prayer, and we're going to get out of here. Father in heaven, we thank you, we praise and we glorify you. We ask that you continue, Lord, bless all that are here, bless our city as a whole, Father. We thank you for all that you've done and all that you're doing. Father, we ask that you continue to keep, God, watch over us and lead us in the way that you see fit. And we thank you, Father, for who you are. We give you all the praise, honor, and glory. And that's in Jesus' name we all say, amen.
Thank y'all.